Hello, everybody. It's Becky here at Beck's Creations again. And I just thought I came across some cards that I have made a while ago, and I thought I would just kind of do a card flip for today because I still don't have paper to protect my work table. So I don't really want to do anything really wet or, messy on this table. I usually have paper down and I'm out of paper. So I thought I would just do a card share of these cards I made a while ago and then I lost track of and I just found them. And hi Pam, hi Lynn. So I'm just going to share some cards that I made a while ago and update on the pattern reorganization and getting them on Trello. I am down to the unisex, the overalls and jumpsuits, pants and skirts, like wardrobe patterns. And then I must love dresses because I have two full bins that are nothing but dresses. And of course, you got to remember there's dresses in the wardrobe patterns as well. So this is just an idea gathering thing for you guys that like to make your own cards. So let's see what we've got. I've got this little tub here that says cards by me on the front of it. So let's see what I made years ago that I can now send out in Happy Mail. They're blank inside for the most part. I think this was for Memorial Day card. I'm not sure what we were doing, but it's made with just a paper pad. I'm going to close this blind a little bit more. I think I'm getting too much light. Yeah, that's better. So hi Nashua, hi Cal. And Cal, I'm glad you enjoyed the basket of fabric scraps. I might do that as part of this month's comment picker. So if you'd like a basket of scraps, kind of like what Kel got, just leave comments on my videos. You never know which video from this month I will pull a comment from to get a little package from me. So I'll put that out there that this month, and I'll let you know that the prize is going to be one of my hand crocheted baskets full of fabric scraps and lace bits and, just maybe a little trim and stuff that you could use for hand sewing. Hi, Gail. I think I got everybody. Janet, Lynn, Nashua. Hello, Nashua. So this was made with paper pad, and I even decorated the inside. I'm a little low. And I think this was one of those years ago you could get vellum quotes on stickers. It was like a sticker vellum. That's what this is. And it says, a hero is no braver than an ordinary man, but he is braver 5 minutes longer. Ralph Waldo Emerson. And I thought this would be, it's all about freedom and everything. You could send this to a veteran. Thanks for all the hearts and the emojis. So there's that one. And let's get, some of these have gotten a little, I don't know what happened to them. This one will have to go in a package because it's very dimensional. I had gotten this plasticky stuff from somebody, and I wasn't sure what to do with it. And this card's gotten a little bent, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I can write a note in there. I will still use these. So if you don't want a perfect card, just let me know. Because sometimes cards, after you make them and they get set aside, they get kind of ugh. What is the heart for? What is the heart for? What do you mean, Angie? The little hearts and the smiles and stuff. That's a way to send, I guess it's a new way to send anytime anybody puts a heart on or whatever. I get those little icons that flip up in the chat. It's kind of cool. It's really kind of cool to see those just coming up from the bottom. Makes you feel good. So let's see who else has come in. Mary's there. Hi, Mary. Mary, you were all in Dee Dee's today. She did a Society of Idea Collector thing. Did you see it? All it was all on your wax play. It was kind of cute. Dee Dee was pulling all kinds of ideas out of your video and showing people how to do it. It was really interesting. I was listening as I was doing the patterns. Oh, Angie, I'm sorry you're feeling bad. Get better. I slept a lot over the weekend. Mary says, I know. I was at Dee Dee's. So this was one. This is just that weird plasticky, I don't know what you even would call it or what it was. And then some trim with some lace fed through. And these are those, remember years ago, it's probably been, what, 5 or 6, maybe longer, maybe 8 years ago, when the paper flowers were all the thing and everybody was ordering paper flowers to add to stuff. And I got these dimensional ones, and then I don't know what possessed me, but I've put glitter glue on them. But that's just an idea. I'm just going to randomly pull stuff out. Okay, this is one of my lunch bag cards. You can use these as mini albums if you want, but you could stick a gift card in the pocket, and then you could write a letter and put it in here, or I made a card that goes in there. I don't even know what's in here. So there's a card to write a message. So you could easily turn this into a birthday card by adding it to the front and then stick the gift card in there. And then this could be used as your gift wrap. Or you could slide it in an envelope and mail it if you wanted to. But this is just made out of one of those big lunch bags. I have done videos on making a card from a lunch bag. So if you just look for, I think it was a lunch bag card, you would find this. I've also done lunch bag journals. I don't think I have one of those handy. Maybe I do. Hang on. Let's see. I'm looking. No, I don't have one handy. Maybe we could make one next week. We'll make a lunch bag journal. And you can get lunch bags at the dollar store. And it doesn't matter if they have a decoration because you can see you cover it all up. So next week we'll do a lunch bag journal. I'm taking Dee Dee's advice and I'm making notes. Lunch bag journal next week. Lunch bag journal. Isn't it funny how sometimes when you're writing something and you're talking at the same time, you write what you say, not what you want to write. Anywho. All right. Oh, here's some birthday cards for a little girl. Have a fabulous birthday. I had this Barbie paper pack. I think I got it thrifting. And I was trying to use them up. And I had some of this really atrocious pink. And can you see how it's faded? And it's been in a closed box. So who knows how that happened. That's weird that faded like that. Maybe it's where the glue is. Huh. That's interesting. They're still pretty. So some little girl birthday cards. Let's see if I can put this back. Oh, this was when we did, I can't use this card anymore because it was for Happy New Year 2019. Hi, Sophia. And Kathy Whitney. Anybody that I missed coming in, hello. I see Shannon. But this is just a simple card. We did a prompt game on a big sheet of paper. And if you've never done one of the prompt games, that's what I really wanted to do today. But I could not find any of my brown paper. I think I'm out to cover the table. So I will buy brown paper before next week so we can do some messy stuff. I will add that to my shopping list. And we had done the prompt game December 2018. I'm sure if you look it up, it's a video we did. And it was all about the new year. And so I made New Year cards, and this one didn't get mailed. So I don't know what I'll do with that. I'll save the itty bitty cards and the specially looking ones here in a minute. Hang on. Let's see. We got some dimension. Oh, here's some Valentines. I should have sent the Valentines out. I'll have to remember they're in here. We did a tree of love, and this is just a die-cutted tree. And I think we added some ink or something. I can't remember what we did here for the bottom and right here, but it looks like ink. And then punched out flowers, and then the little red hearts are just a glitter, and it came with little cherubs too. And it just is a little Valentine's card. So I'll have to remember I have that. I have a bunch of Valentines. These were made with these are punched out hearts, but before I punched them out, I had ran them through an embosser, an embosser plate and different ones. And then I think we just rubbed the embossing glue and put gold embossing powder on it. We've got a bit of ribbon. We got some different papers with it was one of those, I don't know if this is stenciled or if it's I can't remember how we did the backgrounds. Isn't that funny? Oh, that's a different one. But anyway, they're blank, so you can write a note. So these could go for love for a friend even. Or you could make these birthday cards. But there was these two, and I had two more, and I used the other two for the heart baskets that I gave Scott's mom. And my parents, they're supposed to get theirs today. Hopefully nobody will steal it from the roadside, because they live a mile back in the woods, and the mailman will just drop their packages out on the road, and then people steal their packages. So I let them know that they need to get the mail as soon as they think it's gone. Go get it, because they're supposed to get a package today. So hopefully they'll go get it. So that's that kind. It's fun to play with your embossing folders. It really is. And here's another one with more of the hearts that went through the embossing folder. And then we had put embossing powder on them with that pad that puts a little bit of glue on it. And I leave them empty on the inside most of the time, so I can just write a personal message. There's Pam's channel. Thank you, Mary. All right, now these, I did these with someone. I think I did these with, what was her name? I can't remember. Honest to goodness. All right, so these were fun to make. We had, see if I can remember. There was like a doily here. And then you put embossing powder all over it. You ink it. No, you ink it first, and then you put your embossing glue on it, and then sprinkle it with embossing powder. Go ahead and emboss it down so it's shiny. I don't know if you guys can see that this part, the doily part, is shiny. Then you glue it down onto the craft card stock and splatter with white paint. Then you cut that in strips, and then you glue it back down in order. That's how the doily gets all, winky, willy wonky or whatever. And then this is a piece of washi tape, and you make a little banner. And I think these are brads. These are dimensional butterflies. And you do that by layering two punched out butterflies, one on top of the other. They do get squished in the mail, but they can be brought back up. And they're fun. And I put a little glue, glitter glue on the underneath to give it more bling. And then on the inside, I added an edge border, some more of that washi, and a place to write a message on each one here. And those are fun to make. Why can't I remember her name? if I remember her name, I'll put her channel below. Now, this one was made with a recycled card. Somebody had sent me a card, some just blank cards, and I just cut out the focal image off from it and just made my own new card. So if you find thrifted cards like at the thrift store or a garage sale or whatever, cut them apart and change them up. I just matted this on pink. I did an embossed piece here, and then it's matted. And then you add the little flat back pearly trims. Remember, flat back pearls were all the rage a while back. And the reason I like to do cards that open like this is they stand. So you can put them on display. Like if you're getting cards for your birthday and you like to see them coming in, if you make a card like this, it stands up. It will stand up if your card is in this direction as well, but I just prefer the up and down. That's why if you get a card from me, that's how you usually will need to open it. All right, this one, Betsy Doodle, RD at Betsy Doodle, she was doing a birthday card for her husband, Mr. Doodle, one year. And I just had printed off a bunch of images and I colored them and I sent the one to her that I felt they would get a giggle out of the most. So I still had all these other images that I had colored. So I made another card with this little fellow that I'm sure Dee would have cracked up with him too. But the one I sent her was even funnier. But he just looks like such a sourpuss with his big old fat lower lip out, and he's holding a present looking like he's going to try to keep the present. I just thought it was cute. So I believe I printed that off because at the time I did not have a lot of rubber stamps. So I just looked for images to color and printed him off, if I'm remembering him right. All right, next. These are fun to look at. I hadn't seen these in a while. All right, this one is the where you put crayons down, a whole bunch of different colors. You just scribble, 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 and then you go over it with black paint, and then you can scratch it off and make like a "You're awesome." And I tried to do stars, and you can see where the paint is popped there a little bit, but it still says "You're awesome." Making your own crayon scratch cards are fun. And let's see. So that one's another idea. Okay, when I make cards from our prompt games like this, you always end up with like a little sliver of paper left over. So what I do is I just cut that into squares and I create a grid and I make another card. I just keep going until there's nothing left of my prompt games. I don't waste any of it. And then after I had put these guys down, I had gone around them with a white gel pen to bring them out from the back again. And I didn't even mind that I got a little quirky here because it's a nut. So there's always a nut that's out of line, you know, so it works. All right. I want to save the little guys for last because they're fun to do. All right. I've done watercolor cards. Here's one of my original watercolors. I love this card. It's one of the reasons it's still here and hasn't gone to anybody. And this one I did in 2018. I've got my RAM initials there and the date. And I just love this lonely little swing in there. That one's good for just a note type situation. So do your own watercolors. They do not have to be elaborate to be fun. You could just do a simple little skyline with a little knoll and just do a little like hedgehog or something looking up. Maybe put a couple birds in sky. You don't have to get all crazy involved if you don't want to. If you need a card in a hurry, there's lots of ways to make them in a hurry. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, wow. Huh. I don't know what we were doing here, but doesn't that look cool? And these have envelopes. That one says thank you. I don't know who we did this with or who I did this with. Sometimes I wish I put notes with the cards I make. That one says live like you mean it. That one's just a hello. All right, I did not make this one. Amy did. It just says Amy. So Amy made these. So that's why I don't remember making them. And I think this was in a card swap. Aren't these cool? But it does look like she has done stenciling. And then it looks like it's got some of that. It was Mod Podge that had glitter in it. So I think that's where that was. So Amy made those. I don't know which Amy, but Amy did. And let's see. There's another one. I love the live like you mean it. This was just a Christmas card. Looks like I just cut him out and then mounted him down on here. So it could be a Christmas card again. Really easy. And then we got these that we did. Prompt game. And that's a die cut. That's a die cut. Did I sign it and date it? Probably not. Let's look. No. So we did this several years back. Like I said, in our move back down here, things got misplaced that I'm just coming back around to. So now I can make these go. So I can send thank you cards now. I think I'm in this organizational thing. So I will probably put all the things that say love or have hearts on them together and put the thank you cards together and just be real crazy organizing. This was one of the most favorite Christmas cards I've ever made. Hence, that's why it's still with me. And it would cost me a fortune to mail this to anybody because look how dimensional it is. It's got buttons and flatback pearls and just all kinds of stuff to make it blingity bling and a snowflake. May your home be filled with the warmth and spirit of this special holiday season. Uniquely handmade, limited edition. I might save it and put it in next year's album just so I can keep it in a Christmas related book. All right. These were some cards we did together. And I don't remember what we did for the background. That one says all you need is love. And then this girl with her Coca-Cola saying hello. And I didn't sign and date them. So slap my own hands. Sign your work and date it so you can remember when you're doing something like this. She, I believe, is a magazine cutout. She looks familiar. She was a 1950s star. She was a girl. She was a little girl, and she played in that one film, and I can't remember the name of it for nothing right now. Thank you, Mary. Yeah, I hate when I do that. I go to send an emoji, and then I can't remember how to put the type the keyboard back up. All right. Okay, here's some more Christmas. This was a prompt game we did together because I remember this. And this one I did, so the card goes this way. I remember the background. It was Christmas time. Peace, love, and joy. And this one says, in the middle meadow, we can build a snowman. I'll have to put these together. I can send these out next year. And I didn't date it again. And apparently we had to write something on it. That says Nut House right there. I don't know. I don't know what we wrote. Happy ho 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 and all that. So get your fat pant. What? Oh, get your fat pants ready. It's Christmas. Those were on some kind of printout, I'm sure. So that's more Christmas cards. So, like I said, I need to separate these by the holiday and then maybe I'll utilize them again. I love to do these cards too. They are a lot of fun to do. Um, if you get craft cardstock and you doodle only in black and white, it looks awesome like this. This is just a simple note card. So you could write just a note up here, or you could continue filling this in with flowers. I think the rest of this set I wrapped up and I gave to my sister-in-law as her Christmas gift. These just make a nice gift. If you take the time to make 6 of these, you guys know how time consuming it is to doodle this heavily on on cards like this. And I matte on black. This was done in 2018. I did sign and date that one. So that's signed that way. So this card actually goes this way. So your message needs to go here. But if I don't know. I don't know why I signed in such a weird place. Maybe do it like this. Put just a note up here. I don't know. But those are fun to do. All right. And then I've got dimensional envelopes for fat cards. This one got tore, but it won't matter once I seal it down. But these are for cards like this that are a little fat. And they'll go in there and seal, but they'll charge you extra, they'll charge you extra for the fat envelope and the hardness and all of that. But it's pretty to put something in. I've got several different envelopes. These are the ones, I'm trying to remember how these go. Yeah, see, there's a card. So you have a card and it's inside the envelope. And I can't remember who taught me how to do this either. So you could close that down, but then you could also put some little goodies back here in the back. This is a pocket. You can't mail this, but there's 2 pockets back here that you could, well, that's not a pocket. You could pocket stuff in here. I'm not sure why it's made like that. Or you could take and put your card back there. Well, no, not this one. But if your card went in this direction, you could put that in there if it was shorter and then put a gift card or something in there. You'd have to think about how you were making your card. I learned that from somebody. Do y'all recognize that? I don't recognize who I made this with. This was a tutorial I followed. Here's another one. Things like this, I should keep one and write down, hey, I learned this from blah, blah, blah. I'm thinking it might have been a May made it years ago. I don't know. Little funny envelopes. I'm really starting to think that was a May made it. All right. And then we've got, I have a die that cuts these little file folders out. That's something I could cut out and stick in Happy Mail too. Some of these little file folders, and you fold them together and it has the little doo-wops and you just put a brad through them. I don't know what those are called. Divots. I don't know what they're called. But I have that die. And then here's another one of those funny card things that's narrower. And a funny little card. This is very interesting looking at these cards because that looks like mountains that way. That is so interesting. I'm having fun just re-examining these. Not that I could make any more of them because I don't remember who I learned them from. And then these are truly made to hold gift cards this size. So if you wanted to, these don't look like they have cards to go with them. So you could put a couple gift cards, one inside and then one here, or you could just put a little note in there. I don't know who I learned to make these from. It's very interesting. I might have to take one apart and see if I can figure out how it goes back together. Not today, though. Those were interesting. One more. That one you can see I cut it too far because it's supposed to stop. So the back is all the way closed. Very interesting, though. Huh. If you guys know who did these, let me know. This one says handmade by Aunt Beck's Creations on the back. Okay, we're getting into the little cards now, and I'm going to sit down now because I've been standing. Yep, Kathy, you read my mind. You typed it as I said it. And Lynn's been making some fabric envelopes. Those would be cool. When I have drop paper down, I just leave it down from week to week. And after we've done several prompt games or whatever, my drop paper's right pretty because it's got paint and markers. And anytime I have leftover paint and we've used a stencil, I go ahead and stencil somewhere on my drop paper. So I'm trying to never waste the paint. I know it's only a few cents here and there, but if I can take my drop paper and chop it up and turn it into a little card that can be tucked in, I try to do that. So that's where this one came from. And I probably stamped the butterfly right on the drop paper. This wasn't added after. This was part of the drop paper. So if you are doing prompts, don't forget to take a moment, if you're stamping, to just stamp off on your drop paper, because it can be a happy little incident for a card. If you do that when you're cutting your drop paper up, you'll have an instant card with a little butterfly on it that way. All right, back in the box. Oh, these were a prompt game too. Here, do y'all remember doing the autumn ones? And I like to do little cards like this when I'm sending a Happy Mail out because it's just a little hello. And it looks like I used, what's that stuff? Tulip Slick Paint. Or maybe it was just the little pearl paints. And I went over my die cut that said hello in orange so that it would all match. The leaf is those leaves you get at Michael's in the bags during the autumn. And I cut it in half. And I put half here and half here. So that, you see, it used to be a full-on leaf. But I cut it apart to fit on there. But when we do our prompt games and we chop them up, you can make artist trading cards. You can make artist trading coins. You can do inchies, twinchies, bookmarks, whatever you want to do with them. I just prefer to make little cards that I can easily share. And these were a fun game night because it looks like we added a lot to this paper. And they're really, these are some hefty little cards. All right, let's see what's next. What's next? All right, you got your scrapbook paper. You're getting down to the last little bits. Make little cards. See, just a little card. These would be cute if you were having like a dinner with some girlfriends. You could make little table place settings too and put their name on it. And then they could take it home, and on the inside, they could put the date of the get together. They could maybe write who was there, and then they just glue it in their journals. And they'd have a memento. So isn't that a cute idea? That just came to me. All right. This was a fun prompt game that we added A lot of blingity bling too. Or this could have been no, this was a prompt game. I remember it. Yep. Okay. So prompt games, again, we just end up with something pretty. This one, I have little fairy that I can die cut out. I might die cut one of those out in black and just put her on top of this because I think she'd be really pretty. In fact, I'm going to set that aside because I might have some fairies cut out already. All right, this goes back to the Cinderella or Barbie or whatever paper pad, and I had little bits left. Hi, Raul. So I made little cards. And it had a sticker pack too. And that's one of those chipboard stickers. But even this, with just Cinderella in it, it's just a little card. If you wanted to send flowers to a little girl or get her flowers, you could put this on her flowers once she feels special. So there's those. I'm still digging. Oh, and then we did tags one time. And you can bling your tags up. And I just added some flowers that I think I had made. Yeah. And I think the tags were a pack of tags. And then this one just says Merry Christmas. And I added the gold paint to add some bling to it. And we did to and from. So these were meant to go on gifts. This one at Christmas, but these two could go anytime. So that's gift tags. This is like a never-ending pile. Oh, I wish I could remember that girl's name because there's some more coming. More princess tags. Not tags, cards. These are tiny cards. These are good if you're going to a birthday party. There's another one. Oh, I wish I could remember her name. If I can find it, I will put it up there. But she made these little round cards that you make with 3 circles. I say she, but I don't remember who she is. But when you get one of these, it's got trim in there so you can set it up. And it's made with 3 circles. You punch out 3 circles and you can make these little cards that stand up on their own. I love the little squirrel with the jiggly eyeball. That one says, thinking of you. There's a little kitty cat. And you just use a piece of trim. And then the little raccoon. So those are cute to make. Starts with an E. Her last name starts with an E. And I always pronounce it wrong. I remember that. Avery. Not Barbara. Oh man, I'm getting close. I'm getting close to mailing it. All right, and here's some more of the little place card size that are made with just scraps of scrapbook paper. Scraps of scrapbook paper. And I do like the idea of doing these as little place cards and putting their name on the front and then letting them maybe put a pen with it so they can write notes about the day. And then they could put this in their planners or their journals if they're journalers. I just thought that's a cute idea, but they're really cute. And then those are the rectangular ones like we had before. And then here, these are just little square cards. You could write just a little something to brighten your day. This size is cute to just plop on a coworker's desk if you're walking by. I'm saving the best for last. Here's one that I layered up. And I just made my own card bases. I measured these out, and whatever this width was, plus I added a little bit so I'd have a border around. Turned out pretty cool. Here's another one. So I've got the negative of a larger heart punched out and put a smaller heart inside it. You see that? And it's just another little card. This is just a couple little teeny pieces of scrapbook paper. It makes a cute card. And these little notes like this are perfect for including with Happy Mail for people that are journalers like Barb Owen, because this size she can just put in her journal. She doesn't have to shrink it down to put it in her journal. Something like this can go straight in there. This one's very dimensional. We must have done a Valentine prompt game maybe, and then this was my leftover bits from making ATCs or something. What else? Oh, there's only one thing left. Are you ready? There he is. That's the last card in the box. And this was done by Jen Avery. I think that's her name. Jennifer Avery. And she showed us how to make these one time. And they are a lot of fun to make. So isn't he cute? And there's a place to write back here. So that was the end of the cards by me. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing that. And next week we'll do a lunch bag card, and I'm hoping to also have some brown paper to cover the table because I want to do a huge piece of paper, the biggest piece I have of like mixed media or watercolor. I want to do a prompt game on it because I found and I shared an incredible list of positive words that I want to do like Shannon, and I'm going to copy you, Shannon, at Art Junkie. She has a little box or basket that she has positive words, and she pulls herself a word for the day. And I want to make my own bin of positive words. So I was going to print off the words from that site that I found, but I don't know about you guys, but I had a horrible time trying to print it. So I just hand wrote all of the words in my planner book I have off to the side here. And I want to do it on a big piece. And I was thinking of making mine like the size of these. So I'll have to figure out how many I can get out because I like that size for the cards. And what I will probably do is type the words in if I can't get it to print again. I might type all the words in and well, I don't know if I can share it because then I would be copyright boo-booing. But I will put a link to them, and if you can figure out how to print them off, that would be great. The main reason I wanted to print them off is that way I can just cut them apart and then glue them to my card. Yeah, that would be great, Lynn. I don't have a scan and cut. That would be awesome too. Cut the words. So I hope you guys enjoyed the kind of blast from the past. Jen Avery's is the one that showed me how to do this card too, and the teddy bear and the little circle cards. So she does an awesome job with the card making. Another one, if you want to see somebody that does great cards, is Christina Werner. And there was another lady I used to watch. I still make cards, but I've kind of gotten away from doing so many of them. If I have like little pieces left over from another project, then I'll make some cards. But these are like really old cards that I have made in the past. So I'm going to let you guys go. I've been talking for nearly an hour and my throat is getting sore. So I hope you guys wrote down some ideas. And yes, Devin makes some awesome cards too. Yes, yes. I will let you guys go. I did a video this morning talking about my pattern collection, which I need to get back to that, and that's something I can do and not talk. Yeah, I've been all over the place. My paper crafting, I think, started with scrapbooking though. And then I went from scrapbooking to card making. And then I found mixed media. And it was like, wow, I can do this. I love mixed media. I just need brown paper to protect my cutting table. Lynn says she likes to make embroidered cards too. Those are lovely. I love to get one of those. Those are amazing. I've gotten a few cards that have been hand stitched. And I got a little envelope from Ann Lar, and she sent me some goodies in one of her. I can share Ann's card, and I just dumped all of the goodies on the floor. So you're not going to see those because I'm not going to bend down to pick them up. But she likes to make her envelopes out of magazine pages. And then here's her card. She gets such cool images. And then she put a kitty cat in there looking at me. And she said, just a quick hi and some happy stuff. And live, laugh, and love, it says. So that was awesome to get. And I will pick all my goodies up off the floor and put them back in here. And I will let you guys go because I really do need to go because my throat hurts. Yes, I like to do the fabric postcards. I do. I wouldn't mind doing another swap. Maybe I'll set that up in my group on Facebook. All right, guys. Oh, hi, bye, Nettie. I missed you. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great night.